Okay, so I'd like to just focus this video on the grounding portion, but I'll try and include some other portions of the system. So here's my ground. As you can see, there's some dirt in there, but that's expected because it's exposed. Either way, the ground is clamped by this bolt to this grounding rod. This grounding rod is copper. I had initially used a different one, but I did some research and they said copper is the best, so I opted for the best. This one is actually 8 feet below the ground level. This one is only about 5 feet and some change. In the US, they usually use 8 feet as a standard, but here I could not find anything greater than about 6 feet. So I used what the best I had. But if you can find an 8-foot copper rod, I would use one with this grounding clamp, which will clamp the cable to the actual rod. And as you can see, my grounding cable goes inside this plastic tube. And what also goes inside the plastic tube is some other wires that I ran that I want to send some power to an auxiliary location. So I ran those wires up and on some makeshift electrical posts. Frank built this little stand for me. It's not the best angle, I don't think, but it's a very powerful system for what we need. And then this is the underground plastic PVC pipe that we used. I don't know what they call it here, but we used the plastic pipe to protect the cables so that when they, if they need to dig it up again, the cables will not get damaged in the process, and hopefully people will not get hurt. So my solar panel cables are actually already buried, and they come down through this, and they come out through here, through a switch, back underground, and the grounding cable and everything else will come through here, and they will keep going through these plastic tubes. So I buried the plastic tube. However, what you can see now is that these cables are feeding into this cabinet from underground, and they're coming through the cabinet. And my grounding cable is too short. It's right at the beginning of the hole. If you can see there, it's a naked one. So I'm going to have to attach some adapters to it. Okay, now the system is completely connected. And as you can see, the initial ground cable is connected into this device. And this device is connected to 2 grounding cables coming out of it. And those 2 grounding cables essentially are, I need to zoom out, but here you can see it closer. Those 2 grounding cables essentially are coming up to the second shelf hole and into the solar panel inverter. One is going there, and another one is going into my alternating current plug, by which I get my power and I can charge my devices. So just to show you the rest of the system, this is the inverter, 1000 watts, and it is connected to 2 overcurrent protection devices just to be safe, protect people and equipment. The first overcurrent protection device on the left here is for my alternating current. So if something happens, if there's a short, it will turn off immediately. In fact, I can simulate a short right now and it will shut off power, protecting people and equipment. As you can see, no more power. The light is no longer on here and it's no longer charging. And this I'm not going to test, but this is an overcurrent protection device for the battery. And this particular device doesn't have a testing function, but I believe it's going to do something. If there's a short where it's too high of current or voltage, I'm not quite sure the specifications. I couldn't communicate with the guy in the store. And this is the batteries. And these batteries are wired in parallel so that I can remain at 12 volts but double the capacity, because there's little 40 amp hour batteries, so I doubled the capacity to 80 amps because of the price. And to just show you that the system is working, let's turn this back on, and we are getting power to the power bank again. The light is on, everything is functioning well. Before we finish, I wanted to show you one more thing. Just wanted to show you, I have my multimeter on a continuity test, and as I touch this and I touch the ground down here, it will give me an alert indicating that they are connected and electricity can flow through. So as you can see, the ground is connected to the grounding rod. I'm touching it here and it's here, and because I'm touching it these two places, it lets me know that there's a connection here, a very good connection that will allow current to flow through. So we know everything works, and I'm grateful, and I hope this helps you. God bless you.